Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. It's a good Monday, I guess. Making a video today about Magic 30. I know we were tired of hearing about it, really are. There's been a lot of information that's been coming out, and I thought about making a video several times to talk about it. Every time I got ready to make a video, something new would come out, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait for the weekend to end and gather up all this shenanigans at one time and just let it out. So, with that said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 people. I appreciate all the help. If you already subscribed, thank you very much. And with that said, let's talk about Magic 30. So, first off, uh, the Magic 30 sale ended abruptly. I think it was 44 minutes in. Don't quote me on that completely. Anyway, and it said that the sale had concluded. So, clearly that means they sold out, right? Wrong. So, through nefarious sources, friends on the internet, and beautiful Reddit who would sell your mom out for a potato chip, we have found that, supposedly, roughly there was 12,000 made available. So now let me put that into perspective for you real quick. Made available means that's how many they printed to sell, not how many they printed. So, go with me on that. So, roughly 12,000 was made available for the Northern Hemisphere, 3,000 international. Um, Now, with that said, let's try to remember one thing. The international and local ones are really the same thing. But at the end of the day, um, it's really going to amount to 15,000. So, with that said, locally there was about, and I use the term locally very loosely. Um, Locally there was roughly 1,000, I think 960 something that was actually sold, which in itself is just awful. Um, so with that being said, clearly we did not sell very much. Apparently Wizards took this down um, because of all the awful backlash they were receiving, and duly reserved backlash, I might add myself. But anyway, point being, as we round this back out, so what does this mean for the actual market? Well, it means a lot. What it means is there's roughly 10,000 of these boxes that are still at Wizards, let's say HQ, for example. Um, and 3,000 internationally, which really didn't get sold, um, which means this was just a god awful catastrophe. And moving on with that, it also means that something has to be done with these 10,000 boxes. So expect them to come to market. They're not just going to not use them. They're not going to, excuse me, they're not going to just tear them up and throw them away. None of that is going to happen. However, it is also very likely that they use these to be given out as gifts and what have you. And I thought about that myself, and I was like, you know what? I've heard a lot of people talking about, oh, I want to use this to draft. Rudy and lots of other people be like, yeah, that'd be cool. But come to find out, they can't do that because to do a draft at a Magic event, it has to be an actual sanctioned tournament. These cards are proxies and not legal for tournament play, meaning they can't do that. Now, they can always change the rules like they have been forever to try to get this done. But at the same time, is anybody really going to buy it if they know that's the thing? And legal representations and other things may hold them back from that as well. So it's already a crap sandwich. But anyway, moving on. Rumors. First rumor, they're going to let local people buy these as far as the local LGSs, a couple boxes a piece or what have you. Now let's look at that for a second. That rumor means that if they're $1,000 a box, is what they were going to sell them for. That means they got to sell them for less than that, which if it's a 30% markdown, that'd be $600. And out of spite, and I don't blame them for this, people who do buy this from a local LGS or a local LGS who buys this may undercut them for the same price as what they buy them for, maybe take $50 off the top and sell them for $6.50 and just collapse the market on Wizards. And that would not be cool, well, for a lot of different reasons. But anyway, moving on. With that being said, there's also other reasons why they probably won't do that. There's no need for us to get into it. But with all that being said, they would have to sell them at a high price. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it'd be more like they give them away as prizes or shield them out eventually to the rest of the market over time to help sell other products. Now, with that being said, these are very rare right now because only 2,000 boxes got sold. However, being rare, as I like to say, doesn't justify something being worth money. Something being worth money is what someone is willing to pay for it. Say it with me now. Someone has to want it to buy it. And if someone doesn't want it and no one buys it, it doesn't matter if you paid $1,000 for it, nobody's going to buy it, meaning you won't make any money. So, with that being said, let's try to remember the whole, supply and demand thing. If you don't know what that is, we have Google, so go check it out. Anyway, moving on. So, also with that being said, there are several things that are happening on eBay that we should also talk about. For example, there are boxes of Magic 30 for sale on bid for over $2,000. However, there are also boxes that buy it now for $1,200 to $1,500. And you might think to yourself, well, gee, Captain, that doesn't make much sense. Yeah, you're right. That's ignorant. But here's the thing. Why would someone be selling it at a buy it now price for the exact reasons that we just talked about? But yet other people are bidding the product up to over $2,000. Well, it's real simple. No one's really buying the other product. So I want you to just think about that. If someone's not buying it for $1,500, but another product is the same product is getting bid up past $2,000 somewhere else, that means there's shady things going on and no one really wants it, and they're trying to convince people it's worth that much money. So again, be very careful about this product. Could you make money off of it by selling it? Yeah, maybe you could. However, it honestly is not worth it. I hold to that. I have no reason not to think that. And by the end of the day, over time, it will be worth something. However, whatever that something is will not be anything worthwhile for as long as people have this giant hate stick that they're shaking at Wizards of the Coast for this catastrophe that they have dealt to us with this product. I also want to say real quick, shout out to the entire Magic community for banding together and giving Wizards the big middle finger on what we think of their product and their reprint policies of trying to milk everybody for money. So, think about that for a change. Now, with that said, all in all, I think it's going to wrap up rather well. I think there's not going to be an end to any of this Magic 30 shenanigans. A lot of stuff online have been going on where people have been taking the packs that they've opened and they destroyed the cards, again making them more rare, but again also showing that nobody wants them or is even entertaining the idea of having them. Because think about it, you could easily make your own proxies for 1/25th the price and do the exact same thing and have your own art and be foiled and be cool. And still be playable with the local kitchen table Magic. So, when it's all said and done, they've really screwed the pooch, and this Magic 30 debacle will play out horrible no matter what happens. And if Wizards isn't careful, they may just screw their entire life. Because, think about it. There was 12,000 made at $1,000 a box. I'm not good at math, so let's pull up the calculator here. So it's 1,000 a box, and times by 12,000 units. Yeah, so since they only sold 2,000, they lost $10 million in revenue. Take that, shellacking, you ivory tower tards. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Glad to have a talk with you, give you the basic information I've got so far. Stay tuned, more box opening videos are to come, along with Dominaria Remastered review. So, stay tuned. Hope to see you. Till next time, be kind. And as always, hope to see you across from the game table. Later, player.